Build more homes along public transit corridors. That's what some local leaders say will solve the housing crisis here in San Diego. Now they're trying to get federal funding to do so. KUSI's Ed Lenderman explains.
Local government, housing, and transportation leaders understand that one of the solutions to the region's affordable housing crisis is to marry housing density to ready access to mass transit. The city recently amended its municipal code to promote that. Sandag's executive director Hassan Ikrada and staff are emphasizing so-called connectivity as they push for a visionary plan involving billions of dollars for mass transit, including high-speed rail. The fact that local Congressman Scott Peters brought the aforementioned people together at the UTC Transit Center with the Midcoast Trolley extension construction in the background, not to mention concentrated high-rise housing, to announce what he calls the Build More Housing Near Transit Act was no random choice.
The taxpayers stepped up and provided about $1 billion of the $2 billion for this project. The other $1 billion came from my current employer, the federal government, and gave me the idea that we're talking about today, the Build More Housing Near Transit Act.
It's not just California that has an affordable housing crisis. The nation has a housing stock shortage. More on the numbers later.
When we applied for this grant over time, it took a lot of time, and we were awarded a New Starts grant. I noticed that the federal government never asked us what we would build next trolley line to make sure that people would actually ride it.
Peters' proposed legislation would tie federal transportation grants to a city or region's policies promoting housing that is readily accessible to mass transit.
We at Sandag are looking to design the best transportation system in the world, the state-of-the-art transportation system that would have the state-of-the-art transit system, like the line you see behind me here. This 11 miles extension is going to be the highest ridership that we have in the county today. But look for an additional 400 miles of rail that goes fast and frequent and safe. Build More Housing Near Transit Act is going to make it make sense.
We have a need in San Diego for more transit. We have a need for more housing, and the two really do need to go together.
All right, we promised you the numbers. There is a national shortage of 7.3 million homes. Then in the next breath, we tell you that nearly half that number is in California. In the UTC area, Ed Lenderman, KUSI News.